Hey YouTube, my name is David Zoff, and about a couple years ago I bought a bike, checked out the Stradalli and wasn't sure what it was, but I put up a video of the unboxing and it got like almost 10,000 hits. So that was a tri bike, and I sold that. I got out of that industry, or that sport, and I'm just doing more basic bike rides or bike racing. So I called them up, and the latest and greatest they had is what they sent me. So I thought I would do another unboxing here. This is the R7, and it's the latest color and layup that they've got. So I'll show you what it is. I've got the 40/40 wheels, so we can weigh these. I didn't see anywhere online how much they weighed, so we'll start with that. I had a lot of good luck with the last one. I think it was a T7, and did 2 Ironman on that, and it was a really good looking bike. I actually had people commenting in on it during a climb of a mountain out on and doing Lake Tahoe. So I was pretty. Somebody's gonna stop you in the middle of a climb on a Ironman race, tell you how good looking your bike is. They must be. They're pretty good looking. So let's see here. I'm not sure what to expect. I was pleased with the weight of the last wheels. The last set I had were 50/85s, but I'm not strong enough to push an 85 millimeter wheel 25 miles per hour, so there's not a whole lot of value in that for me. Skewers. Let's see, we got a couple of tubes. Vittoria Open Corsa CX is what they shipped me. I've not run these, but they said they were pretty nice. I usually run Michelin's, but here they are. These are the 40 millimeters. Come in one monster Ziploc bag. And it's kind of got a, I don't know what it is, not necessarily a sticker. I don't know how they put that on there, but that's what that is. So let's weigh these. Give this a weight here. In grams. I've got some of the zip wheel weights so we can compare. Looks like it's about 708, let's say. So that's a front 30, and compare that to the Zip 303, which is 725. The 202 is 635 for the front, but this is a 30 millimeter wheel, so it'd be closer to the Zip 303. So they're beating it by about 15-20 grams. Yeah, it's about 708. So that's good. And this is a little bit wider. This is a 20, I believe it's 27 millimeter wide. Supposedly the extra width allows you to run a little bit lower pressure for a more comfortable ride, but yet not sacrifice a whole lot of speed. So I don't know, I've never run them, so I don't know exactly how a really wide rim is going to affect us. So here's the rear. See how this one does. So it gets 854, whereas the Zip 303 is 900, and then the 202 is 815. So lighter than the Zips, which is what I saw on the 50 and the 85. I've got my assistant here.
Hello.
Alright. So let's open up this box. See how much the frame weighs. This one I went with all Dura-Ace for the most part. I did go with a Ultegra cassette, just because I think from everything I've seen, they've we got a little bit better wear. Alright. Some carbon bars. He told me what they were. I don't remember exactly what he called these with the they've got nice dual channel for both your brake and your shifting cables. And they're nice. They're light. Let's see what we got here. About 200. I can't really tell. Looks like it's about 252. 200. Goodness gracious, that's hard to weigh. We'll just say 252. 252 grams for these bars. These say the Stradalli W17s. Alright, and then this must be the crank.
Nice.
So these are 172 fives, 5339. And it's the 9000, Durace 9000. So this crank here, 458 and 178. Let's see here. They wrap the thing up pretty tight. Carbon seat post. A good bit longer than I need. But about 148 grams. Let's see what hardware we got. Looks like everything. So 202, 204. Full seat post. And what else? Shifters here. This would be the right / rear shifter. And maybe for 182. And full Durace. I've heard a lot about these cables. They've got some sort of coating on them. It's not the black stuff, which is good because that stuff always seems to fall off. But it's pretty slick. Pretty slick for both the shifters and the brakes. It's about 70 grams. If that means anything, probably means really nothing. Some gray cables, housings. And let's see, big old bag of stuff. Some rim strips, some housing guides to go into the frame. I guess these are probably some caps for the brake. Oh, okay, and then here's some carbon spacers for the headset. This is the bottom bracket. FSA. Bottom bracket. Feels pretty light. This is a BB30. 86 grams. Like I said, I went with the Ultegra 6800. I went with an 1128. Here in Middle Tennessee, we got a lot of hills. And it's not quite as, with the 11 speeds now, it's not such a bad deal to have a 28 get you over. I know I'm sacrificing a little bit of weight, but it's alright. It's still pretty light. Let's see. How to get this thing off. I don't know. It's got some plastic in there, so that's not an official. It's 254. I don't know how. Get that thing out of there. Break it. Some Stradalli wrap. That's kind of cool. It's got a smile, positive, win, determination. Interesting. Never seen anything like that. So it's pretty much it's a foam wrap, kind of about as thick as a cork wrap. And this is the front derailleur. $66 grams. Rear derailleur. $160 grams. And we got some brakes. Should be identical. It looks to me like it's the, I can't tell. 148. 48, so it's the same. And then the saddle they gave is a Pro logo. He told me he had a $400 saddle, but I told him my butt really wasn't worthy of a $400 saddle, so 310 looks nice. It's kind of stiff. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot. I'm not totally sure what I am missing that would be in this box. Oh, headset. FSA. Headset, I won't use this big old heavy deal, but 112, I'll just wedge a little reverse mushroom down in there when I put it in there. That's that. And then I went with a slightly different chain, a little bit more durability. It's a KMC chain. $260. Alright, and now we'll be getting to the frame here, second momentarily. This is a new prototype stem. Very pretty. Full carbon all the way through. Very pretty. 136. Alright, here are our forks. It's nice. Full carbon steer. I believe it's a 1 1/8 and a 1 1/2 taper. So all the way, it's 386. 186 grams. This looks like it. This isn't their lightest frame, but it is the one that all the pros are using on their team. So I figured it's good enough for them. So this is it. We ran out of memory, so we have to splice that in. But nevertheless, this is the latest and greatest. The American flag, stars, and 1020, give or take. 1018, 1020. So not the light, like I said, it's not their lightest frame, but it's the one that the pros are using. So what I'll do, looks nice. See how thin it is right here. Give you a lot of comfort. And they've got it's interesting. Maybe they've got the nylon tubes going through for to direct it. But anyways, that's it. So what I'll do is I'll build this up and then we'll weigh it, and I'll let that in later. So there she is, fully built up. Came in at about 15 pounds, 10 ounces, give or take. I don't actually have an official scale, so I was kind of doing it between two scales. So just over 15.5 pounds. And it's dark and it's raining, so I don't get a chance to ride it tonight. But I'll try it tomorrow and let you know. Couple things I learned building it up is those cables, they're very slick, but that coating on there is pretty delicate, so you can't be horsing it or else it'll just flake right off. I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff because it usually just ends up in your cables, gritting everything up. But one thing, you want to just do your derailleurs first, your brakes next, because once you get the brake cables in, then it's kind of hard getting the derailleurs in, but not that big a deal. And other than that, not a whole lot of tricks to the trade. I did cut off the seat post, and the stem or the steer tube's too tall, but I'd rather get out there and feel what I like and then cut it down, as opposed to realize I've cut it too far. I've done that before and regretted it. So that's about it.